It's your boy Blasimus HD, and today we are here to check out some extremely scary TikToks that you guys have sent to me in the DMs of the Discord. We here to check them mugs out, and I want you guys to type a one in the chat if you guys can hear everything I am saying. Type a two in the chat if you guys can't hear any of the audio. We'll have the stream started very shortly. We're putting the links up off in this mug. Link number one. Mm. Yeah, right. All right, so now we're gonna get number two up. All right, hold on, you guys. We're getting some links up. We're gonna have everything started
This way gets
very
stuck in your
shortly.
head.
If you guys do want to super chat to your boy, the easiest way to do so is via the link that's pinned up in the comment section. Yeah. One. Oh, my bad. I forgot I started the stream already. Nigga. Bruh. That'd be like every streamer's nightmare, bro. Starting the stream, you know what I mean? And then forget the stream's going and you just chilling. Just bit. Nah. But yeah. All right, y'all. We getting all the links up. I just got the second link up to the tip jar. Nigga. So, yo, I'm watching the news on my one of my other phones. And, you know what I mean? Like, bruh, for real, for real. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yo, that's cool that you had burritos. Yeah. Everything's good, man. How's things where you from? So let's see. Got that mug up. All right, we got that up. All right, we're pulling up the links. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hey, ladies. All right, y'all. We got the first link up. We got the second link up. We got the first chat up. And now you're about to pull up the other chat. The other chat. Alrighty then. All right, you guys. We got the second one up. Mm. All right, let's do this. Yo, Jonathan the Gamer. Hey, let's go. I was thinking of some super chats for you. Yo, that's awesome. You was thinking of some super chats for us, Jonathan the Gamer. All right, man. Let's go. Mm-mm-mm. What it is, guys? It's your boy Blasphemous HD, and today we are here to check out none other than some of the scariest TikToks you guys could find and send to me on the Discord or the DMs. Good luck. Something tells us we're gonna need it. Let's do this.
Wisconsin, is said to be extremely haunted. Visitors to this old cemetery have reported sightings of ghosts wandering among the graves both day and night. In this first clip you're about to see, a person drives through Greenridge Cemetery. They've heard the rumours that the place is haunted and decide to record as they drive through, hoping to catch proof of a ghost on camera. What they record has stirred up a lot of debate online.
Yeah, I'm not going in I'm not doing none of that. I ain't going to no cemeteries. What happened?
Did you spot it?
No.
As the car drives past the tree, if you look closely, a figure in white can be seen standing amongst the gravestones. But as the car drives past, the figure is nowhere to be seen. Viewers were left spooked by this clip. Some shared their stories of their own paranormal experiences at this same cemetery, and they believe that the person recording really caught a ghost on camera. But as always, I'm curious to hear what you think. Is Greenridge Cemetery really as haunted as people believe? Let me know down below. If you're a fan of scary videos, make sure you subscribe and hit the next clip in this week's compilation was uploaded to YouTube by Japanese ghost hunting channel Amagatoki Film. In the clip, Hiro conducts a paranormal investigation of an apartment where a woman tragically passed away. When the woman's family cleared away her belongings, they discovered a mysterious SD card full of creepy footage. Fearing that something sinister could have taken place, they call in Hiro from Amagatoki Film. This is what he caught on camera.
Oh shit. These aren't scary. So did they show him yet? Nigga. Hey, what's up, Alexis? I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I've been exercising all day. You know what I mean? I've been real busy. So I'm a tad bit sleepy. But I ain't sleepy.
Hiro takes photos using the flash function on his phone.
That's why I'm doing the stream
he doesn't
now,
notice the shadowy figure lurking behind him. He continues the investigation. This is when he notices something strange, an unpleasant smell lingering in the house, and then this happens. Happens.
Alright, so what do I miss? Wait a minute. Don't tell me I didn't make the screen small enough. Mother. Y'all ain't even gonna tell me. Damn it. Damn.
確実に部屋からてかこの向こうから聞こえてるよ。いや、ほら。
Hey, that's what's up. You've been watching me for that long for Alien.
キッチンの方から聞こえるって。同じ音じゃない？いや、わかんないけど。いや、ちょっと待って、マジ聞こえたよ今。そんななんか陶器が食器のようなさ、皿がガチャガチャなるようなものなんてないもんね。ちょっと待って。なんでまた鳴り出してんの？ついてないんだけど。ついてないよ。なんでまた鳴り出してんの？
He is cooked.
なんで止まんのシャレになる
Ah!
ちょっと待って
Hell no. That's scary as hell, man.
エイブ
Does not get scarier than that. I wouldn't open that shit.
すいません
Nope. Oh, hell no. That's way worse than the big room.
Hiro hears noises from the kitchen, but there's nothing there. All the cupboards and drawers are empty. Suddenly, the recording from the SD card starts playing all on its own, and then things take an even more terrifying turn.
It's possible to get worse than this. Just remember, we're not scared. The fuck?
Someone or something can be seen on the other side of the glass window, but as Hiro walks around in the dark apartment trying to find whatever it was, he can't see anything out of the ordinary. He doesn't even see the shadowy figure behind him again.
doing good,
Soon
yo. Hope you
after,
guys been
Hiro's
doing good as well.
flashlight starts to run low on charge, forcing him to wrap up the investigation. But even after leaving the apartment, he can't stop thinking about the haunting image of the figure behind the glass. Hiro and his viewers speculate that the apartment may be haunted by the ghost of the woman who passed away. Could this be her? Drop a comment and let me know what you think.
That could definitely be a woman's face. 1,000,000%.
A clip recently shared on Facebook has really caught the attention of paranormal enthusiasts. The footage was uploaded by Ahmed Shah and shows a security camera feed of a man sleeping in his bedroom. However,
I
it
thought it was
looks
another
like he
ghost
might
investigator.
not be alone. Something
Tip jar.
transparent can be
W using the chat from Jonathan the Gamer. Yo. Let's see. Yeah, right. Yo, Jonathan the Gamer just sent 10 directly through the channel. Yo, we checking the Discords. Yeah, I mean. But to hit up this super chat request real quick. Hold up. There's a man in the woods. I like it. Let's do this.
There's a man in the woods. What a spectacle. Before the story started, this school was still respectable. My students used to skip down the hill to the honeysuckle, pluck a couple, and collect their nectar till they picked their fill. Except one obnoxious kid, Sid, who just watched them eat the flowers while he seethed and scowled because he couldn't bear to share his sweet treats throughout our recess
Man
hour.
of happiness.
I remember Sid saying, "There's a man in the woods." That's how the rumors began. Of course, Sid
Appreciate you,
had
Jonathan
spotted
Gamer.
him first.
W using the chat for
Poor
Jonathan the
kids.
Gamer.
He got him immersed in his spiel about a serial killer whose gun barrel glint hints at peril, a visit to the nurse, or worse, a hearse waiting just beyond the dale. The children saw him everywhere. "Look, over there. That man had Batman ears. We swear. And crazy yellow eyes. We saw something rusty. His shotgun? It must be. I saw a lady's severed thigh." Trust me, every word I heard was absurd. Yet each day Sid would stray down way past the playground. Who else was brave enough to save us from the killer's next plot? The rest of the lot would stop back at the blacktop, sure that any closer they were bound to be found deep in the woods, left to rot. I pleaded for the kids to think and learned to be mature, but after a few more rumors doomed my attempts to prove the school was secure, their fear was undeterred, and when the buses drove them all home, the parents finally heard. Everything just blew up. I received a wall of emails and calls full of shrieks, wails, and all from terrified families who'd heard word of the murderer and didn't like my lack of action at all. What was I supposed to do? Comb the whole forest? Yeah, right. Would you? That means I didn't care? That's not fair. The stories that worried you weren't true. Of course I would feel regret had there been a real threat and I ignored it, and some poor kid got kidnapped while the kids were napping. But you couldn't admit that your good little kid would formulate a fib, so you ignored what I said. Your little angels could never cook up such incredible creations. An overactive imagination maybe, but my kid could never lie. How dare I? Accuse a child of being dishonest? Just monstrous. The parents were displeased, and when the PTA took action, they dismissed me from the classroom. Like they knew what was best for their kids. Do you know how difficult it is to get a job when a bitter mom slanders your rep with child neglect from the outset? Now who's in control of your classes? Single file lines? Single file lines. Little file swine, a killer by the pines. Really? Are you blind? Will you find your spines? Sid, a child decides to fill our minds with lies, and the next thing you see is people treating me like I'm committing crimes. I was in my prime. Those kids were lucky to have me. Do you see what you did? But I can play along. I can be good. Do you hear that, Sid? There's a man in the woods.
Hold up. I ain't hear the end.
A child decides to fill our minds with lies, and the next thing you see is people treating me like I'm committing crimes. I was in my prime. Those kids were lucky to have me. Do you see what you did? But I can play along. I can be good. Do you hear that, Sid? There's a man in the woods.
So is this a series? That's wild. Homie started doing Book of Sugar and
I
everything.
was in my prime.
That nigga's pissed. I wonder what they did to him to make him that mad. Oh well.
Seen above him. At first, some might think it's some kind of light, or perhaps a
good one,
smudge
though.
on the camera lens, but then something
heard of the guy
happens
who did
that
that,
makes
who did
no
that story,
sense.
too.
Objects are thrown from the shelf,
Oh, hell
some of
no.
them landing on the bed. Then, whatever it is, just shrinks away and disappears. The man wakes up and is understandably confused, but he also seems angry or frustrated. Now, there's very little information about this video, and unfortunately, it's kind of impossible to say what could be going on here. So, do you have any ideas? Comment down below. This next clip is pretty mysterious. It was shared to Facebook, but the original poster is unknown. All I was able to find out is that a woman was walking around an empty office building, and a CCTV camera captured something that has left viewers feeling spooked.
Nigga. Oh!
Something we can't see grabs the woman by the hair, pulling her into a dark room. Viewers think that this could be evidence of poltergeist activity. But what's your verdict?
That girl's
Let me
trying to
know.
fuck. Bitch, you think you're about to leave my mama's basement unfucked? Get your ass
Korean
back here,
YouTuber
bitch.
Tochi from the channel Tochi TV uploaded the clips
what
you're
that shit
about to
was.
see after recording something he couldn't explain. In the clips, Tochi explores an abandoned bus station that locals say is haunted by the ghost of an old man. According to urban legend, the lonely old man used to ride around on the buses, but never went anywhere. When the bus station closed down, locals say he began squatting inside the derelict building until he eventually passed away. There's just one bus left in the old station, so Touchy decides to set up a GoPro camera outside it while he explores the rest of the building, and that's when things start to get creepy.
Should be on a haunted bus.
방금 소리 뭐 들었어요? 쿵 엄청 크게 소리.
A sudden loud noise scares Tochi as he sets up the GoPro camera. Now, it could have just been an animal wandering around the old bus station, but Tochi explores for the next few hours and doesn't see anything. However, after reviewing the GoPro footage later that night, Tochi spots something that sends a chill down his spine.
Oh, hell no. Ghost People Party Bus?
A transparent figure can be seen walking out of the bus. Tochi can't explain it, so he returns the next night and sets up his GoPro camera in exactly the same spot to see what he catches.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Fuck. I hate it when that happens, man. My bad. This shit froze. They didn't even tell nobody.
Closely at the window on the upper floor too. At first, Tochi thinks there's a problem with his camera lens,
That should
but
be random.
the longer he looks, the more it looks like
Yeah, from top of one in the
something
chat,
is
you guys can
moving
hear
up
everything I'm
there.
saying. Top of
But
two in the chat,
is it the
you
ghost
guys
of the
can't
old
hear
man
any of
that
what I'm saying.
locals say haunts the old abandoned bus station? I'll leave that for you to decide. We've just launched our YouTube membership program, and I'm excited and much more content you love. And if you're not ready to click the subscribe button, Chinese ghost hunter Xiaolong from the YouTube channel Horror Xiaolong uploaded this next series of clips after a visit to an abandoned funeral home in Xinjiao City, which went badly wrong. Locals say the creepy funeral home is haunted by the ghosts of people who were unable to move on to the afterlife. And that's exactly what Xiaolong goes looking for, but he's totally unprepared for what he is about to see. Just outside the funeral home, Xiaolong sees an old hearse, and that's when things start to get truly scary.
He's chasing two snakes. Yep, you were trafficked. Here's your danger, buddy.
The door to the back of the abandoned vehicle opens all on its own, almost as if it's being opened by something we can't see. Xiaolong is understandably freaked out, but he continues his exploration and heads inside the building.
At this point, what could he hope?
Are you
Yo! W's in the chat! Jonathan and Gamer just sent something directly through the tip jar. Yo! W's in the chat! Jonathan the Gamer just sent 30 directly through the tip jar. We checking out the Discords. Oh, we got one from Beelzebub. I haven't seen Beelzebub in years. I want this mug come out a couple days ago.
In the following
Shit,
video,
don't mind
a
if I
woman named
do.
Grace is freaking out over something that's happening upstairs in her grandparents' house.
What's going on here is that
What it is, guys? It's your boy Blasphemous HD, and today we are here to check out the scary things, stuff that goes bump in the night, you know. And no, I'm not talking about Justin Bieber and Odell Beckham at the club when Justin Bieber has to wipe his mouth because for some reason, not going to go into detail. But with that being said, type of one in the chat, if you guys can hear everything I'm saying, type of two in the chat if you guys can't hear anything I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Easiest way to super chat to your boy is directly through the tip jar, which is pinned up above in the comment section. Second easiest way to super chat to your boy is by super chatting directly through the channel. Let's do this. Let's play the game. Sexy time.
In the following video, a woman named Grace is freaking out over something that's happening upstairs in her grandparents' house.
what's going on here is that so with the storm going on, this part of the house has been flooding.
According to Grace, this major puddle is being caused by a leak inside this attic space. But it's not the leak or the water damage that has Grace concerned. Instead, it's the attic space itself.
That specific cubby that I showed you guys in the video, that one, it would always be shut off.
This cubby has been sealed off for 3 years, and nobody knows what's inside it except for Grace's grandfather, who passed away after sealing it. But as 2 repairmen use a special camera to look inside, they record something that leaves everyone creeped out. Watch closely.
I'm not gonna lie.
If you guys open it, that's fine.
I really hope this doesn't scare me. I don't trust none of this none of this scratching shit. Jonathan Gamer, what's going on in this? I'm scared. We all saw that, right? Yeah, we saw that. There's no reason to videotape this stuff. Bro, I don't know what we watching, but it's scary. I thought that was a human for some reason. What's up, Jack Avery? What's up, Himalayas? Is that a figure on a Mecha Godzilla? It looked like it.
Turns out that Grandpa had stashed away an expensive dollhouse from his collection, but apparently this wasn't the only thing in there, because right when the camera goes back to her room that was initially empty, this is seen.
Frame by frame, back and forth, because I think you're able to tell that there's like a little thing that happened.
Whatever this is just seems to stand there before dashing past the camera. If nothing was there at first, then what could this have possibly been? While it's unknown as to what this was, another baffling incident remains
That's a good
unexplained,
idea.
and it has to do with this door.
Like, I don't know if you guys can tell very well in the video. Like, let's say this is the door, right? It goes like,
Was this the actual person?
From popping open to moving slowly as if something was right behind it, it seems unlikely that a small draft had caused its movement. But just as mysterious as these two occurrences is the placement of the dollhouse. Neither Grace nor her grandma has any clue why her late grandpa had put this dollhouse in there, let alone why he sealed it up.
like, my grandpa shut it off. It would always be shut off. Like, over the years, we've just placed decoration to mix it with the wall.
One can't help but wonder if the reason has to do with the strange activity. Could it be that the grandfather already knew something was up with this house? Or was he simply just trying to preserve the antique's value by keeping it somewhere safe? Whatever
Yeah,
the case
was
might
something
be,
wrong with that
the
house?
family doesn't plan on opening up this space anytime soon until they know how to do so without damaging the wall. But until then, the mystery of this dollhouse continues. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one. Now this next video comes from a man who was touring a house that was just put up for sale.
I'm doing good,
But
friends.
unbeknownst to him, during this open house tour, something truly unsettling would cause him and the realtor to leave the property at once.
So, that's the house literally across the street from my house. I've dubbed it the demon house at this point.
According to Joseph, as soon as he arrived, he already felt that there was something off about.
Rewind a little
Truly
bit.
unsettling would cause him and the realtor to leave the property at once.
So, that's the house literally across the street from my house. I've dubbed it the demon house at this point.
According to Joseph, as soon as he arrived, he already felt that there was something off about the place. But if only he knew what would happen in the following room. While touring the
Yo,
space,
so where you guys from? What
this
time
is
is it where you guys
captured.
are at?
Take a look.
Gives it a little character. That's what I like to say.
How long has this house been up on the market? You heard that?
So the girl's gonna knock right in front of him?
No, I'm not tripping that. No, cause
Oh,
I thought I was at a.
or something, man.
Nah,
That's not normal.
that gotta be a mouse or something.
Why is that dude? It looked like a dude was on the porch.
Oh nah.
Damn.
As if the mirror moving on its own wasn't already creepy enough, a closet door suddenly comes open. But it's the fact that you can clearly
Yep.
see the doorknob twist before opening that makes this even more unsettling.
Oh nah.
Having seen what looks like something tapping on the mirror, they knew that they had to leave after seeing this. But if you didn't notice, there was something else Joseph recorded earlier, and it wasn't until somebody saw his video and messaged him about it that he got seriously unnerved. In a short video, Joseph says this.
The family that used to live in that house saw my video. They hit me up, sent me a DM, and said that it like brought back all these memories for them, right? And that was one of the reasons why they moved out. They started telling me about their son. They said that their son was seeing what he described as the Fuzzy Man. The name alone, I'm like, Fuzzy Man, but he's a kid, you know? He's going to describe what he sees. He wasn't just seeing him out and about. He kept seeing him in the mirrors.
During the house tour, Joseph recorded mirrors that were covered up with blankets. Although he didn't really think much of it at first, he now thinks that this might have been the family's attempt at keeping their son from seeing whatever was popping up in these mirrors. Now, of course, there could be numerous reasons for this, but living across his property, he's seen a couple of things that may suggest the family wanted nothing to do with these mirrors. After all, many of them were left behind. But while looking back at some of these old recordings from his security camera, he notices this. Watch closely.
Damn. How the hell? Oh, okay. So is there no one home? That would be really, really, really weird if no one was home.
As it seems, either someone or something appears inside this house. To Joseph, this didn't make any sense considering that the family had already moved out. Maybe, as he initially thought, this could have been a squatter, but after seeing how it moved from one end of the house to the other, something told him that this had to be anything but a person.
I mean, what can move from the kitchen to the living room in under a second?
Joseph immediately thought of the story the family told him about the figure their son was seeing in the mirrors. He can't say for sure if this was the so-called Fuzzy Man, but he has noticed something interesting about the figure. In 2 other videos, the silhouette is seen again. However, in both recordings, including the first one, it appears around the same time. It's always around 8 p.m., which is when the timer turns on the lights.
At any moment now, these lights should be cutting on. Yep.
Knowing this, Joseph has been trying to get an up-close view of the figure by recording right when the timer kicks in.
Out. I mean, for the most part, hey, there's a number if anybody wants a haunted house.
After multiple attempts of trying to get an up-close view of this figure, he finally gets this.
Alright, so this light right here just cut on, right? Now, mind you, these lights are on a timer, and they come on at 8 o'clock. Look at the sun, y'all. It's not 8 o'clock. Now, I came over here earlier, right? Tell me if y'all see. Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Alright, so this is what we're gonna do then. We're gonna go around the back. We're gonna go to the back of this house so that y'all can see that there ain't no tree, no nothing. Nothing casting a shadow. Bro, am I tripping? Oh my God. Bro, are you kidding me? Oh!
While looking at what appears to be a silhouette behind this window, one of the slats on the blinds begins to move. They open up before suddenly closing back, almost as if someone was peeking through. But then, out of nowhere, a dark figure quickly passes by, scaring the living daylights out of Joseph. He couldn't exactly tell what it was that fled across, but he knew that something dark had scurried.
Oh!
But it wasn't until replaying this moment and watching the previous footage from a security camera that it clicked for him. This might have been the same shadowy figure from these recordings. Seeing how fast it moved, it wouldn't be a reach to say that this was that. However, like most videos, I'll let you decide as to what this might have been. But despite not knowing how to explain any of these occurrences, he knows for sure that he won't be buying this place. To this day, he has yet to figure out what's going on with this house. On July 11th of 2026, a strange video was posted by a car mechanic who's never been so afraid of going up to his office until now.
Go. Leave. Leave.
Now this video was posted onto the car mechanic's social media. Dennis Bryce has never shared a video like this before, but he posted it because according to him, this is something that he's been dealing with for the past few weeks, where apparently a face would appear inside his office, staring right down at him.
And there was a face right there. And we have a...
Now although no face can be seen in this video, something just as terrifying is captured in another. As Dennis believes, the cars that arrived to his junkyard might be the source for all the strange activity.
I don't like being on this place at dark anyway, but when you go out here and you walk down this little path, I don't know what it is, but I always feel like I'm being watched.
According to Dennis, some of these cars were involved in life-taking accidents. One night, while working alone, he sees this.
I'm not playing with you. Leave. Stop moving that door. Leave. That's enough. Go.
cutter started moving, Dennis knew that he had to get out of there immediately, and rightfully so, because had he stuck around just a bit longer, things could have ended very differently for Dennis.
And then the pocket knife started moving.
Oh, no, that's crazy. That's.
Somehow, this utility blade had chucked itself towards him. Nothing around it really shows how it threw itself that hard, but according to him, it may not be nothing. After all, he just saw a car door close on its own, along with other things that occurred before this. If that's the case, that something supernatural had actually taken place here, then Dennis promises to stand his ground to whatever is messing with him. Now that's creepy. Now the following video was submitted to me by Caitlin V, who writes that in 2013, at a birthday party, something pretty creepy was caught on camera. She had taken this video of her two friends, whose birthdays were being celebrated on the same day. It was a joint birthday party. But little did she or any of the party attendees know that the celebration would become memorable for the wrong reasons. As the two birthday gals get sung to by the family, this happens.
Sorry.
All right, now, way to get it all lit up, man.
Okay, come on. One,
All right.
two, oh, wait. Selfie first. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Laura. Happy birthday to you.
And many more. Oh, there we go. Big wish, big wish. Wishing for that guy down the street.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
It seems that Laura's father is the only one to have noticed this. The candle suddenly goes out by itself, but upon closer inspection, it goes out quickly, almost as if someone blew it out. Caitlin realizes that she should have taken this as a sign that things were about to get very strange, because shortly after, this happens.
Wishing for that guy down the street. I gotcha. Oh, wait. It was our.
Yeah.
All right, another wish. Okay, here we go. Oh, man. What is going on over there? Who cares? Let's eat cake.
A chair fell over. Destroy the cake.
No, let's eat cake. Let's eat cake.
We got chocolate cake with vanilla.
All right.
Almost around the same time the candle extinguishes, a noise is heard in the dining room. Despite getting everyone's attention, they assumed it was the family's husky that had moved a chair. But after realizing that their dog was in its cage upstairs, everyone's stomach dropped.
A chair fell over. Destroy the cake.
If the family dog hadn't moved it, then what did? Although not thinking much of it at the time, Caitlin now sees this moment as being seriously creepy. And it didn't just happen once, but twice on the same night. While serenading the other friend whose birthday was also being celebrated, this happens.
Hey, as long as it doesn't hurt the cake, I'm cool with it.
Dude, I don't want to go It's like this. So nobody, vitamins when I was just like. Just beat him with the cane. Liddy got a birthday ghost. Want some cake? Wants my cake.
Once again, it sounds like the same chair is being dragged across. But like before, the culprit can't be found. They were momentarily unsettled by this, but they didn't let it stop the party. By the end of the night, everyone had forgotten about this. Yet thankfully, Caitlin had recorded the incident, which to this day has made her think more about the occurrence. From thinking that this might have been a late relative messing with the family, to the thought of this being something explainable, Caitlin has yet to figure out just what occurred 13 years ago on this night.
I cannot believe I fell asleep.
If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video.
I'm going good, Fresh Pins. I had a late start today.
Now the fall.
I had to run a whole bunch of errands this morning, so I'm a little bit sleepy, just a tad bit. Not enough not to show up though. I'll be right back, y'all.
The following video comes from an account that posts videos of scenic views taken from inside an apartment complex. Most of the videos on this page seem to show the same view from the same building where the owner of this account lives. From videos of sunsets to zoomed in footage of other buildings, those watching these clips can appreciate the calm aesthetic captured by the man who stays here. But one video in particular might seem a bit strange to anyone who's been following this account. Unlike the usual pleasant views taken from this building, something creepy was caught inside of it. On June 24th of 2026, an earthquake had struck the country of Venezuela, forcing many who live in tall buildings to leave their homes at once. As the man who lives in this building starts to head out, he records something that leaves many of his followers unsettled. Now it's important to note that the man in question had no idea that he can't.
I done missed half the damn. I'm gonna rewind this mug.
He has yet to figure out what's going on with this house.
Oh, hell no.
On July 11th of 2026, a strange video was posted by a car mechanic who's never been so afraid of going up to his office until now.
Go. Leave.
No, what you got? Gremlins? The hell is he talking to?
Leave.
Now this video was posted onto the car mechanic's social media. Dennis Bryce has never shared a video like this before, but he posted it because according to him, this is something that he's been dealing with for the past few weeks, where apparently a face would appear inside his office, staring right down at him.
And there was a face right there. And we have a...
Now although no face can be seen in this video, something just as terrifying is captured in another. As Dennis believes, the cars that arrived to his junkyard might be the source for all the strange activity.
I don't like being on this place at dark anyway, but when you go out here and you walk down this little path, I don't know what it is, but I always feel like I'm being watched.
According to Dennis, some of these cars were involved in life-taking accidents. One night, while working alone,
I bet
he sees this.
W using the chat to Jonathan the Gamer. Appreciate you for sending the twos directly to the channel, Brody.
I'm not playing with you. Leave.
This nigga build probably playtime.
Stop moving that door.
Attraction.
Leave.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Yo,
That's
Jonathan the
enough.
Gamer. Oh, hell no.
Go.
When the box cutter started moving, Dennis knew that he had to get out of there immediately, and rightfully so, because had he stuck around just a bit longer, things could have ended very differently for Dennis.
And then the pocket knife started moving.
Oh, no, that's crazy. That's
Somehow, this utility blade had chucked itself towards him. Nothing around it really shows how it threw itself that hard, but according to him, it may not be nothing. After all, he just saw a car door close on its own, along with other things that occurred before this. If that's the case, that something supernatural had actually taken place here, then Dennis promises to stand his ground to whatever is messing with him. Now that's creepy.
Very creepy.
Now the following video was submitted to me by Caitlin V, who writes that in 2013, at a birthday party, something pretty creepy was caught on camera. She had taken this video of her two friends, whose birthdays were being celebrated on the same day. It was a joint birthday party. But little did she or any of the party attendees know that the celebration would become memorable for the wrong reasons. As the two birthday gals get sung to by the family, this happens.
Sorry.
All right, now, way to get it all lit up, man.
Okay, come on. One,
All right.
two, oh, wait. Selfie first. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Laura. Happy birthday to you.
And many more. Oh, there we go. Big wish, big wish. Wishing for that guy down the street.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
It seems that Laura's father is the only one to have noticed this. The candle suddenly goes out by itself, but upon closer inspection, it goes out quickly, almost as if someone blew it out. Caitlin realizes that she should have taken this as a sign that things were about to get very strange, because shortly after, this happens.
Wishing for that guy down the street. I gotcha. Oh, wait. It was our.
Yeah.
Make it go on.
All right, another wish. Okay, here we go. Oh, man. Let's just go on over there. Who cares? Let's eat cake.
A chair fell over. Destroy the cake.
Well, let's eat cake. Let's eat cake.
We got chocolate cake with vanilla.
All right.
Almost around the same time the candle extinguishes, a noise is heard in the dining room. Despite getting everyone's attention, they assumed it was the family's husky that had moved a chair. But after realizing that their dog was in its cage upstairs, everyone's stomach dropped.
A chair fell over.
Nigga.
If the family dog hadn't moved it, then what did? Although not thinking much of it at the time, Caitlin now sees this moment as being seriously creepy. And it didn't just happen once, but twice on the same night. While serenading the other friend whose birthday was also being celebrated, this happens.
Hey, as long as it doesn't hurt the cake, I'm cool with it.
Is he not the ghost? Scare me too.
So nobody, not even doing all this like. Just beat him with the cane.
Liddy got a birthday ghost. Want some cake? Wants my cake?
Once again, it sounds like the same chair is being dragged across. But like before, the culprit can't be found. They were momentarily unsettled by this, but they didn't let it stop the party. By the end of the night, everyone had forgotten about this. Yet thankfully, Caitlin had recorded the incident, which to this day has made her think more about the occurrence. From thinking that this might have been a late relative messing with the family, to the thought of this being something explainable, Caitlin has yet to figure out just what occurred 13 years ago on this night. If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. Now the following video comes from an account that posts videos of scenic views taken from inside an
Yo, got
apartment
another super
complex.
chat.
Most
I'm
of the
super
videos on
down,
this
Brody.
page seem to show the same
Yeah,
view
yeah.
from the same building where the owner of this
Got
account
my bearings
lives.
on me now.
From videos of sunsets
I don't
to
know why
zoomed
I
in
was
footage
so
of other
freaking
buildings,
sleepy
those
earlier.
watching these clips can appreciate the calm aesthetic
Yeah.
captured by the man who stays here. But one video in particular might seem a bit strange to anyone who's been following this account. Unlike the usual pleasant views taken from this building, something creepy was caught inside of it. On June 24th of 2026, an earthquake had struck the country of Venezuela, forcing many who live in tall buildings to leave their homes at once. As the man who lives in this building starts to head out, he records something that leaves many of his followers unsettled.
Oh shit, what did he record?
Now it's important to note that the man in question had no idea that he captured something strange. I'll play the rest of the clip and let you see for yourself. This is what he caught.
Mira, aquí se desplomó por completo. Píllase. ¿Cómo camino? Aunque ande en valle de sombra de muerte, no temeré porque Jehová mi Dios está conmigo, siempre en la vida. Así son las cosas. Por eso camino. Aunque muchos no lo crean y muchos crean que está conmigo en tal una película. No crean y muchos crean que está conmigo en tal. Muchos no lo crean y muchos crean. Tal una película. Aunque ande en valle de sombra de muerte.
It happens quickly, but if you slow the footage to when the man points the camera at the hallway, you can see what looks like a black figure peeking around the corner near the ceiling. It partially peeks out for a second before quickly retreating as if it didn't want to be seen. Whether hiding or just simply moving around, the fact that something appears near the ceiling is creepy enough. Now, of course, it's hard to say what exactly this might have been, but considering that everyone at this point had left the building, it's strange to see that someone or something else was lurking about. If the situation had been so serious, then perhaps the man wouldn't have missed this, and maybe something else. Shortly after getting this, the following happens. For some reason, the phone's mic begins to pick up what sounds like someone whispering. It's quite obvious that it's not the man recording this who's speaking softly. The voice is distinctive enough to be able to tell that someone or something else is talking. Given how close it sounds and seeing no one else nearby, one can see why many were creeped out by this clip. And it doesn't help that a phrase can be made out. Knowing afterward that not many people made it out of this building during this incident makes this capture that much more unsettling. As some believe, this voice had to be the spirit of someone who couldn't escape on time. Thankfully, the man recording this made it out safely, but like many others who've seen his video, he was left spooked by what he captured on camera. But of course, what do you think? Whether this might have been footage of trapped spirits or something else, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. To this day, this incident continues to haunt the man.
Never play it.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you
Whoever's messing them up, don't even play that game.
Oh你妈呀！我去你妈的！我操！他妈的，这是放尸体了！我操！我操！这里！
This guy about to shit himself.
By this point, Xiaolong knows that coming here was a mistake, but his viewers urge him to keep going, as, well, this whole video was recorded live. He takes out an amulet that he says will protect him from evil spirits, but then this happens.
操你妈！
A small, pale face can be seen peeking down from a hatch in the ceiling. Right before Xiaolong's eyes, the face rises into the air and disappears. Could this be one of the ghosts that is said to haunt the abandoned funeral home? Drop a comment below with your thoughts on this. Mihaela Claudia P is a Romanian travel vlogger who shares YouTube videos of her trips around the world. In the clip you're about to see, Mihaela visits the infamously haunted Hoia Bacău forest in Transylvania. According to legend, people disappear in the forest, never to return. Hoia Bacău was even featured on various paranormal documentaries, including Ghost Adventures and Destination Truth. When Mihaela arrives in the forest, it's already close to getting dark and it's eerily quiet. But something is about to make her realise that she's not as alone as she thinks.
Am that crazy to walk alone in the so-called most haunted forest in the world? And I'm very scared of wild animals. I have to admit I'm terrified and I do not know where the exit is. I'm a bit lost as well. Basically they told me that the legend says that a shepherd went into the forest.
You are not supposed to be this skinny
And he never came
and go
out.
into the forest
That's
by
actual
yourself.
legend, and that's why this forest has this fame of the most haunted, because he went in and he never came back. And yes, you saw the footage with the sheep that's dead. That's a skull, a sheep skull that you saw. And if you don't believe me, you can check yourself the legend.
She about to die. Yep, give away your location. Keep the light on. Hey, what's up, Miss Optimized?
Honestly, I'm terrible. What the hell is going on? Okay.
Did you see it? As Mihaela makes her way through the forest, the sounds of footsteps can be heard getting closer and closer.
Honestly, I'm terrible. What the hell is going on? Okay.
Nick, that's wild.
Just before she notices the sound of footsteps, a dark figure can be seen walking around behind her. Mihaela makes it back to her car safely, but when she watches the recording back the next morning, she sees the figure and can't help but wonder if the rumours about Hoia Bacău forest being haunted are true. What's your verdict on this video? Was Mihaela being stalked by a ghost, or someone or something else? This next clip has gone viral on social media, with millions of viewers from around the world being drawn to it. I wasn't able to find out the identity of the original uploader, but it's claimed that the video was recorded during a live stream, and what was captured on camera seems to defy all logical explanations.
This the spot. Nah, come back out. Look, why they be peeking like that? Peeking. Alright, so look, let me know. I'm gonna let this stay. Just let me know if y'all think I should try to be friends with him. Maybe I'll come bring him some food or something.
What appears to be a tiny humanoid figure can be seen peeking out from a hole in a tree. A lot of viewers are saying that this is a fairy, and that this clip is evidence for the existence of magical creatures. Several even claim to have been in the original live stream and are convinced that this really is a fairy. As TikTok user Savannah says, it's hard to edit a live, suggesting that she and many other viewers think that this recording could be real. Without knowing who the original creator is though, it's hard to be sure of anything. So, if you have any ideas, make sure to leave a comment.
Nigga, that look like a T-Rex.
The final clip in this week's compilation has really captured a lot of attention online. It was shared to social media by user HappyJP and shows bike camera footage of a Japanese street. But watch what happens when the cyclist turns a corner. What looks like a woman dressed in white can be seen standing on the other side of the wall, causing the cyclist to almost crash into her. However, when they turn back to check on her, she's gone. Viewers on social media have no idea how to explain this creepy footage, except that whoever this is a ghost. The woman does look a lot like a Yurei, a kind of spirit that has long black hair and is dressed in white funeral clothes. Like in Western folklore, Yurei are ghosts of people who cannot move on to the afterlife, and are said to haunt locations that were important to them when they were still alive, or where they met their tragic end. If that's the case, is this the ghost of a woman who passed away on this street in Japan? You tell me.
Creepypastas indeed. W in the chat. Shout out to the game we just sent cheddar directly through the tip jar. W's in the chat, man. Checking out the tip jar. Yo, we got a couple scary stories. I ain't mad at it. Yo, so where you guys from? What time is it where you guys are at? Yeah. Let's do this.
You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things.
That's awesome.
and
This is one of your favorite
ideas.
videos.
You just crossed over into al dente creepypasta. Horror stories cooked to perfection with a splash of red sauce. My name is CZ, and I will be your server this episode. Anaheim, 2016. Amid the flash and flare of a bustling young amusement park at the peak of its growth, the Hollywood Tower Hotel was a star in its own right.
Alright, hold up.
But like all shining stars, there came a time when it would be eclipsed by a newer franchise. With the tower on its deathbed, people flocked to go experience it before it was too late. Let's dig right in.
I'll be Roy Big.
When I heard that the Tower of Terror at Disney's California Adventure was being remodeled into a Guardians of the Galaxy ride, I immediately made plans with my friends, Joey and Matt, to go
That's
pay the
the
ride
real-
one last visit. We all decided to take a Monday off and visit the park on the last day of the ride's operation, in hopes that there might be some kind of special send-off. If you've never been to Disney, Tower of Terror was a part dark ride, part freefall ride, themed around an abandoned Hollywood hotel. Guests are told that they're entering a special episode of The Twilight Zone. 5 people riding on an elevator on one Halloween night in the 30s were struck by lightning, causing them and an entire section of the hotel to disappear into another dimension. Let me make one thing clear. I was never the type of guy who believes in ghosts. That's part of what made me love the Tower of Terror, though. The theming and effects were so well done that you really did feel like you were stepping into a dimension where ghosts do exist, and it was a lot of fun. As we walked through the Hollywood Boulevard area of the park towards Hollywood Tower,
I was disappointed to see that they had already stripped off the walls, leaving behind a tower of scaffolding where construction workers were already at work transforming the outside appearance of the ride.
As we turned the corner to the street where the tower was located, we were met with a huge line pouring way outside the ordinary queue area. Understandably, it seems like lots of other Disney fans had the same idea that we did, and wanted to give the ride a proper send-off. We decided to hit up some of the other rides first, and return to the Tower of Terror once the sun had gone down. This turned out to be a great idea, or so it seemed at the time, because most of the rest of the park was relatively empty in comparison. We ended up getting on just about everything else that we wanted to before returning to the Tower of Terror that evening. The tower was lit with those ominous glowing blue lights as we approached it for the final time. There was still a very long line when we got there, which we expected, so it was getting pretty late by the time we even hit the front gates of the attraction's official queue. Joey was starting to get nervous about us even making it in before the park closed, even though they were open late that night. We were actually one of the last groups to go through before they started turning people away. After welcoming us to the Hollywood Tower Hotel, a man in a bellhop uniform with dark circles under his eyes closed up the giant metal gates behind us, presumably never to be opened again. At first, I was feeling relieved to have made it in time to go on the ride, but I was quickly overcome with an uneasy feeling. Something was off. Before entering the building, the line winds through the main level terrace leading up to the building's entrance. I know the area is supposed to look worn down by the elements, but it looked even shabbier than usual. The plants were all overgrown, and some of the lampposts were broken, making it very difficult to see. I even came close to stepping on some broken glass on the ground, but the strangest part was the screaming. These were no ordinary theme park screams, though. They sounded like screams of agony, like someone was being tortured. We were wondering what was getting such violent reactions out of the riders, but eventually came to find that the screaming was coming from the speakers hidden around the area. I'm not sure if that made me feel any better, to be honest. Why would they be playing such disturbing audio for their guests? It all just seemed so weird. When we got to the covered area just outside the building, it seemed like the pillars holding up the structure had some considerable decay, and all the windows were broken.
That's what's up.
I couldn't remember
crap out of you
exactly
the
what
first time
this
you heard
area
it.
looked like last time I was here, but I was fairly certain it was at least a little bit more put together than this. After what seemed like forever, we finally made it into the hotel. This is when things really got weird. Normally, the hotel lobby is made to look like it was abandoned in the 30s, which it still was, only this time, the room was filled with 15 to 20 Disney employees, all wearing the same Hollywood Tower Hotel bellhop uniform. They were standing straight up like soldiers all around the major set pieces in the room, and every single one of them was just staring at us. It was almost as if they were guarding something, but none of them said one word the entire time. Matt even tried asking one of the employees how much longer it would be until we reached the front of the line.
Definitely
got to
run
the
for your
guy
life
made
in this
eye
situation,
contact with him
Jonathan the
and
Gamer.
just stared into his soul with a completely straight face. I'll never forget the look of those blue eyes with the dark bags underneath, piercing at us from his pale, almost grayish skin. At this point, I was thinking that this all must be part of the park's special going away present to the fans of the ride, and they were really going all out to make the last night as creepy as possible. I let myself think that they were really outdoing themselves, and I was enjoying the show.
I also noticed that the iconic
above
owl
and
statue in
beyond
the center
for
of the
that
lobby
creepiness
was
factor.
gone, and it was replaced with a sign that said the Silver Lake Sisters, live at the Tip Top Club. Only Tip Top Club was crossed out in red ink and replaced with the word lobby.
Oh.
At some point, some construction workers came in and tried to remove the sign and some of the other furniture.
This was the first time I saw one of the bellhops react and speak up. He grabbed the construction worker's hand and said, "Sir, please, the hour is not yet upon us." I assumed that this was also part of the show. I mean, they wouldn't
type
really
of
be
shit?
clearing the place out minutes
It's a
after
code.
closure, right? At
Never
this
drink
point,
the
riders are
liquids.
taken in
I mean, the
groups to the
Kool-Aid.
hotel library for a briefing video. Matt and Joey walked ahead into the library, but when I tried to pass through, the bellhop stopped me and told me to wait for the next group. I tried to explain that I was with those two guys, but the bellhop wouldn't let me pass. Matt and Joey didn't seem to notice I was gone, but I figured I would catch up with them before they boarded the elevator. When it was my turn to go see the briefing video, there were only a couple people left in line behind me, so the three of us went in. We get into the orientation room and the lights go out. We sit there in the dark for what seems like ages. That's when I hear someone shuffle around behind me. I could swear it was just me and those two other guests who had come into the library. I was positive that they were the only ones behind me in line. I had to think that whoever was behind me was just one of the employees. But then, seemingly just to disprove that theory, the guy moves closer to me and starts breathing down my neck. I was getting very uncomfortable, but then, just as I was about to say something, the orientation video starts. So I just take a step forward away from that creep behind me.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Behind it is another dimension. Dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind.
I wasn't sure if there was something weird going on with Rod Serling's voice, almost like it was off pitch or something.
You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
The rest of the introduction video went on as it normally does. That is, until it got to the part where Rod addresses the audience.
Tonight's story of the Twilight Zone will be your last.
Okay, now that was definitely not normal. They must have changed up the intro video for the final night or something.
This, as you may recognize, is a maintenance service elevator. Still in operation, but not for long. At midnight tonight, normal operation of this machine will cease, and at that moment, the stars will come out to play. When this happens, you will have to fend for yourself, and your safety is not guaranteed. You are about to embark on a ride through history, and your destination, the Twilight Zone.
All right, this is exactly why we wanted to come on the last day. I was so excited, I couldn't wait to find Joey and Matt and get on this ride. The doors opened, and we continued on to the boiler room, the last part of the hotel before we get into the elevator. The creep who was standing behind me didn't join us, however. I looked back and saw him just standing there in the dark. I couldn't see him that well. He was basically just a silhouette in this lighting, but I think I made out the outline of a bellhop uniform. Whatever. I scanned the boiler room for my friends, but I didn't see them anywhere. I hoped that they hadn't gotten on the ride without me. The more I searched around for them, the more I realized that the entire room felt kind of empty, at least considering how many people had just been in front of us. It was also freezing down here. I was getting goosebumps. I know it was January, but we were inside, and it was Southern California after all. It doesn't usually get this cold. The other two guys from the library and I were directed past the usual boarding stations up to a creaky stairway leading up. This was completely new to me. I mean, I remembered seeing these stairs before, but I always thought they were just a decoration to make the hotel feel more fleshed out than it really is. Or maybe one of those secret entrances for the cast members to access their changing rooms and whatnot. Apparently, I was wrong, and there are more elevator entrances up above, as well as more pipes, machinery, and theming. The only thing that wasn't up there was people. I tried to text my friends to see where they were at, but my phone was dead from a long day at the park. One of the employees led us to a station that was completely empty. We didn't have to wait long for the car to arrive. The elevator shaft doors parted, and we entered the ride. I chose a seat towards the middle, and the other two guys filled in on either side of me. The Tower of Terror starts by traveling up to the first floor, where the doors open and the guests see a mirror. The narrator then asks them to wave goodbye to the real world. When the doors opened for our ride, I saw a man sitting directly behind me with what appeared to be a hunting rifle. This really startled me. Thinking it might have been some kind of effect, like the hitchhiking ghost in the haunted mansion, I turned back to see that there really was someone sitting there. It was the creepy bellhop guy again. At this point, I started to freak out. Not only was this the second time that this guy inexplicably appeared behind me, but he was carrying a weapon. I know Disney can have a dark side.
A whole
at times,
bunch
but
of
this
hell
is still
no.
Disney we're
Jonathan the
talking
Gamer.
about, a family company.
What's
I was
up,
getting
Ali?
really
That
scared.
means the champ of
Something was
Jonathan the
very wrong
Gamer.
here, but what could I do? I was
He's the
trapped into
man of
seat.
the hour.
So I start to scream and panic. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I do remember the ride violently jolting down a floor. Next scene is a hallway full of guest rooms where riders are shown the ghosts of the 5 hotel guests who disappeared years ago. Only this time, the holograms look shockingly realistic, and they don't seem to notice us. They're just standing in the hotel talking. The audio isn't that loud, but they seem to be arguing with the employee about something, and the woman is sobbing. Again, it was difficult to hear over the rain and thunder, but she said something along the lines of, "Don't make us go." She's crying, begging and pleading, and the employee is just standing there with a disgusted look on his face. Before I can gather any more information, a huge flash of lightning fills the room.
God, Jesus,
This may have
man.
been a special effect, but I distinctly remember feeling the heat of this
Motherfucker.
lightning strike. What I saw when the smoke cleared completely devastated me. I
Man.
saw all 5 of the bodies sprawled out on the floor in a disturbingly realistic death scene. The man seemed to have vomited all over himself, and the little girl's hair was standing up
almost
on
jump
end.
scared the
But
shit out of
creepiest
us.
part had to have been her eyes, which had rolled into the back of her head. Her eyelids seemed to be sparked open, and it was almost as if her blank stare was pointed right at me. I was completely at a loss for words, sounds, anything, when the ride jerked upward again to the top level. The ride stopped at the top, like it always does. It was dark. There were only a few main lights left on in the park. I guess the other major attractions were already shut down for the night. Instead of the
Yeah,
usual
the sound
audio,
effects are
the
very
narrator
effective.
was just laughing
Good
like
stuff.
a madman. After a while, it went quiet and nothing happened. I was beginning to think that the ride was stuck, and to be honest, it was almost a relief after everything that I had seen. The moment of solace, however, was short-lived when I felt the man behind me, who I guess I had temporarily forgotten about in all the chaos, grab onto my shoulder. At this point, I knew there was nobody who could help me, but I was internally freaking out, and I didn't dare turn around and acknowledge what he was doing. Now I know that people are going to call me out and say that I made this story up for attention, and I know people are going to try to prove that most of these occurrences are absolutely impossible, and I can't really blame them for that. But what I saw next, even if it was just for a fraction of a second, has stuck in my mind perfectly since that night, and I'm 100% sure of what I saw. As the ride started to drop, and the man behind me increased the pressure on my shoulder, the on-ride photo camera flashed. And for a split second, I saw 3 construction workers hanging by the neck from the top pole upon which the camera is mounted.
Come on, man.
These were not holograms, and even though I only saw them for a split second, I'm quite sure that they were not props either. After that first drop, the elevator continued to bounce up and down at nauseating speeds. Between the
Does he
G-force
know
and
I'm
the pressure
watching
of the
this?
man grabbing my shoulder, I felt like I was about to pass
That
out.
felt a
I
little
actually
bit
started to black out and
targeted,
close my
actually.
eyes when I felt the ride come to a screeching halt. I was ready for this horrific nightmare to be over, but apparently
Felt
the ride had other
extremely
plans.
targeted.
Once I opened my eyes and regained my composure, I found myself on the second floor, the one with all the guest rooms. The
Mhm.
dead bodies were still there, but now they had ghosts standing over them, motioning for us to come closer.
Damn.
This was actually probably the most normal thing I had seen since getting on the ride, as it resembled the scene that usually takes place on this floor during normal operation. Then, to my surprise, our harnesses came off. I was essentially frozen in complete shock. What the hell was going on? The creepo behind me continued to hold my shoulder while the other 2 riders got out of their seats and casually walked through the door to the right, which, to this point, I wasn't even aware was a real door. I had always just thought it was a facade, much like the stairs in the boiler room earlier. After I'm not exactly sure how long, I snapped out of my daze and realized this was my chance to get out. I wriggled myself free of the man's grasp and made a beeline for the right side door. It was locked. I banged myself against it and it wouldn't budge, so I darted across to the left side door, glancing at the elevator car and passing. The man in the bellhop uniform was just sitting there, giving me this creepy, sadistic grin. To my surprise, the door on the left worked, and I slammed it shut behind me. I stumbled up a seedy, narrow staircase, at the end of which was another door.
Baby.
I bursted through, hoping to make it to the lobby or something, but instead found myself in an abandoned swimming pool.
The hell?
What in the world? I mean,
Was the
how
back
could this
rooms?
possibly exist here? I know for a fact that the pool has never been part of the ride, the queue, or any of the theming surrounding it. I vaguely remember a sign pointing to a pool on the beginning of the line, but come on, it was just a sign. Did I stumble upon one of those crazy Disney secrets, like Walt Disney's New Orleans Square apartment, or the fabled basketball court under the peak of the Matterhorn? Perhaps this pool was at one time an employee lounge of some kind? All the tiles were cracked, and the pool was filled with rust and who knows what else. There were a couple of dark objects at the bottom of the pool. I had to force myself not to look and assume that they were pool chairs or something, but I had a bad feeling in my gut about what they may actually be. Whatever it was, it looked disgusting and I wanted to get the hell out of there. I looked around for another exit, but the first thing I noticed was a lump across the pool. My first thought was that it was a dead body until I saw a guy stand up and start wobbling around like a drunk. He was wearing a hoodie and tattered jeans. My initial impression was that this was a homeless guy who had somehow snuck in and was living here. When he saw me, he started screaming at me. He kept saying, "You can't take my home," and cursing at me. He was clearly intoxicated. As soon as I figured out where the door was, I made a mad dash for the exit, which may have in fact been an entrance because it led me to a dimly lit locker room. I guess that if that was one time a pool for employees, that this must be the corresponding locker room. The lockers were pretty small, and most of them were open and empty. The only sound I could hear was that of running water on the far side of the locker room in the dark. After all that I'd experienced, I thought it might be best to approach the door on the other side of the room more stealthily.
Well,
I was
bet.
also feeling very sick and needed to catch my breath. I still felt like I was going to pass out. I walk over to the source of the water, keeping my footsteps as quiet as possible. There are a few shower stalls up ahead. I poke my head into the first, and it's empty. I proceed, continuing to check on the second, third, and fourth stalls. But what I see in the fourth stall stops me dead in my tracks. In the corner of the shower, an old man stands in the shower's stream. He's naked, senile, and borderline deformed, and he has his head buried in the corner. Luckily, he doesn't seem to notice me, so I decide to tiptoe past him to get to the door. I make it across safely, but as I grip the door handle, I hear a terrifying cry out from behind me.
I see you. You'll never get me out of here. You're the one who has to go.
I hear wet footsteps charging out of the shower stall behind me, and waste no time yanking the door open and fumbling my way through the next room in the dark.
This leads me back to the original mirror room.
The elevator car from the ride is now there, seemingly just waiting for me. The creepy bellhop guy is in the same seat, continuing to stare me down. I don't even bother to stop running across
Definitely
the mirror room,
targeted.
through the door on the
Targeted
other
gamer.
side. Now I'm in another hotel corridor, but different from the one upstairs. At the end of the hall, I see a woman and yet another bellhop character, this one wearing a red pair of Mickey Mouse ears with an Iron Man logo on it. The two are having a dispute. She's screaming and grabbing onto the sides of the doorframe as he violently tries to pull her out of the room. She's screaming, "Please, don't make me go," and he would just methodically respond by telling her that her stay is up and she's welcome to check into one of their other hotels. He then yanked her hard enough for her to lose grip on the door, and she flew across the hallway, crashing her head on the wall hard enough to draw blood. She collapsed on the floor in front of him. That's when he looked up and noticed me, with the same intense stare that the bellhops down in the lobby had given us. My vision was starting to get blurry, so I decided to go into one of the rooms to see if I could buy myself some time. I assumed that all of the doors were fakes, but was pleasantly surprised when one of them actually opened, leading to yet another corridor. I was too tired to try to comprehend how this was possible, given the layout of the ride, and given the fact that these secret rooms have no reason to exist in the first place. Just then, the room went dark, and the walls, floor, and ceiling became projection mapped with the starry night sky, the same effect used in the second floor of the actual version of the ride. At the end was a single door. I took this as the metaphorical exit to the Twilight Zone, so I ran to it as fast as I could. As I was running, I heard the narrator's booming voice one last time.
Next time you try to mess with history, make sure you know just what kind of vacancy you're filling, or you may find a few nasty surprises coming your way. You may or may not have made it through tonight, but to close this door is to forever live on in your head in the Twilight Zone.
And just like that, it was over. The sound of the 30s soundtrack played in my ears, and I was making my way down the stairs, trying to think about if Joey and Matt had had a similar experience to what I had. And what happened to those two strangers? What if I was the only one to make it out? Who would believe me? A light caught my eye. The ride photo. At the top of the drop, the guy was grabbing on my shoulder, not to mention the hanging bodies that would also probably be in frame. I ran up to the preview screen. If I needed proof, this would be it. But when I looked at the photo, it was just me and the two other guys. No creepy bellhop, no bodies, just a regular ride photo.
I don't get it.
The gift shop was completely devoid of any gifts or people, so feeling defeated, I passed through and met up with my friends. As I had feared, they made no mention of anything abnormal and asked if I was okay. A regular Disney employee in a yellow button-down shirt informs us that the park is closing and to make our way to the exits. We walk out of the park. I turn back to see the lights coming down in the Tower of Terror one last time. There are already cranes in place, ready to start ripping pieces off the structure. Other than that, though, it looks completely normal from the outside. No hanging bodies at the top, nothing out of the ordinary. Before turning back, I see a window open on one of the floors near the top. I stop walking. Joey asks what's gotten into me as I stare back at the ride for the final time. A light shines out the window, and the silhouette of a bellhop sticks his head out and waves at me. I don't plan on going back to ride the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride when it opens. I believe in ghosts.
Nigga. That shit's scary as hell. Them sound effects was the scariest part, Jonathan the Gamer. 1,000,000% the sound effects. Mm-hmm. We about to jump in the game. How the hell is it launch when I ain't pressed the button? This one hits me right in the childhoods. Captain Candy Brain. Yeah, bro. The sound effects, dude. Really, really good sound design on his stories. So good that made it feel a little bit too realistic for me. Prison van. So where you guys from? What time are you guys at? Yeah, this is Sonic Mania. I'm gonna start playing more classic games instead of always playing something new and scary. Grab the rest of those other news. I'm going to the arcade later. I need points for more combat. Going to use that Jackie. Jim Carrey. We know this is Jim Carrey. Flying this. You know you're the Dr. O'Brien. This is it, one another. We're gonna end this out, man. Take that matchbox piece of shit out of here. That thing is so crinkly, man. It looks like somebody's hot breath to snap that thing into. Because we got exploded by the car. Homie, he not my kin, but he's not my folks. Fast when I'm running, like my feet on spokes. They say I'm thick as shit, yet I don't do coke. They let me up in this bid where I just got stoked. That bitch is such a kid. That bitch is choked. Sipping tea up in your hood. level. I ain't mad at it. Seems like it's going the right way. The hell? Let's go. Well, she's already been saying yes, and you're good. Big up. Yo, type of one in the chat if you guys can hear everything I'm saying. Type of two in the chat if you guys can't hear none of what I'm saying. What is this bird thing? Oh my God. The rings, tails. Got it. 5 degrees is diabolical. Yeah. Let's go. Alright, so John the Gamer. What scary game you want me to play for the milestone? It's a tradition that I will not break. So where you guys from? What time zone you guys are at? We're gonna play some scary things. All right, you guys, we jumping into Poppy's Playtime, Chapter 5. Anime Nightmare is back. Hey. Nigga. Oh, goodness. I know, right? Oh, I don't know why I'm being brave. Just a battery. It's Outlast and shit.
When Bron eats, we all eat.
Damn it. Hey, lady. Damn it. Come on. Look, we're being brave. Oh, God! Don't know what happened. Maybe it's best that way. Oh, boy.
Bronwoods. We all wait.
So now I gotta find a way out. How the hell do we do that? Anybody know the way out of here? Hey, what time is it where you guys are at? Where you guys from? Stand puzzles. Shoot. All right, you guys. I'm about to get up out of here in about 5 minutes. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Y'all heard that? Alright, you guys, we're about to get up in here in about 5 minutes. If we reach the next super chat, if we reach 15 more in super chat, I will stay for longer. The fuck? Oh, so it's not the prison dude's fault. Yo! W's in the chat. Jonathan the Gamer just checked out the tip jar. W's in the chat. Jonathan the Gamer just sent 10 directly through the tip jar. Alright, you guys. We're checking out the Discord. Jew. Love Markiplier. This dude is freaking goated. Love.
What are you gonna do to me? What are you gonna do to me when you find me? Ah, fuck!
Ah, fuck.
What are you gonna do to me? What are you gonna do to me when you find me? Ah, fucking cat! Alright. Alright, alright, alright.
Not alright. It's not alright.
Okay, 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 okay. Oh, do what you're gonna do already. Shut up! Shut up, lady! I don't care what the old man did. I care what you do
The
right
headless
now.
white woman.
No, close the door! Close the damn door! Oh God, I'm so dead.
Got me on that one.
Well, I was right about one thing. I was dead. What the hell? Oh, this is your last chance to turn back. Oh, okay.
Perpetual motion.
Yeah.
Or disturbing perceptual anomalies.
Sexual?
So,
okay. Are these the sexual anomalies? Do I need to beat a blow? I've mastered my beat a blow skills. Okay, bye, spider. Leave now. I'm nearly there. They're nearly up my butt. They're trying to stab me in my patootie. Oh, hello. Ah!
By monkey.
I don't know what I was trying to do there. Can I go up here? Good. Yeah. Don't dick with me. Ah, fuck! It's Julie. Die? I picked up a piece of paper and you tell me to die? Isn't that a little extreme here? Oh, the sounds, I don't like them. Ah, fuck! No! Oh, no! Ah, fucking fuck!
Okay, I'll leave you to it. See you on the flip side.
Ah, fuck you! Oh, God! What the fuck? He's gonna kill me? Oh, God, he's gonna kill me! What do I do? Oh, no!
Yeah, I remember how stressful this game was.
I hate that sound. Okay. Oh, fuck me! There we go. Got it. What the fucking fuck? Deinen ist na freudig. Hi. It's not a person? Am I just... That is a person! Oh, good lordy! It's like a frog. Yeah, you silly bitch. I need to get my revenge for poisoning myself by grabbing onto the tooth of a... What was that? What the fucking fucker? Fuck!
Oh, hell no.
What is that? Some sort of crystal. Has anybody seen a disembodied head here? Just randomly strewn about, sitting down. Maybe the... It's a thingy! There! Run! Run, you douche bitch! I don't see it, I don't see it, I don't see it! I don't see it, I don't see it! God damn it! Motherfuck! Well, this was a fun room in here. Lots of... Oh, hi! How's it going? Good to see ya! How's the neighbors? How's the family? How's the kids? What are you doing? I can't look away!
Oh, hell
Thanks! Have a good one! I think I'll pass on this one. It's going by Barry. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Okay, hi, Billy.
That did not hit her.
Okay, crematorium. That's where I am right now. Fucking criminy Christmas!
Oh.
No! Even more gross. Hi.
You guys hear what happened with the Island Boys? Bro, Kodak Red, the main Island Boy, he got beat up by a midget in front of everybody, bro. Homie had the nerve to get in the ring. Got in the ring, got pieced up by a midget, bro. The most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my life. We gonna watch the fight. right after this because it's so embarrassing. I could not show my face.
Is awesome.
Not a midget.
Ah! No! Ow! God damn it! I was almost out. Oh, come on! It's coming. It's coming right around that corner. It'll work eventually. Yeah. No. Yeah. No! No! Oh! He's coming! Oh, he's coming! Oh, he's coming! No! God! Oh! Just don't hurt me! Go! Hi. Thanks for watching. All of the videos in this compilation are available in the description, so check them out. And if you'd like to see more in the future, please leave a like to let me know. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more on a daily basis, please subscribe today. Or if you're already subscribed, share this video with a friend. Thanks again.
Pure thug life. Alright, so let's see. What about to do? Oh, play something. W's in the chat to Jonathan the Gamer for the super chat request, Brody. So you snitching. I knew that. How many times have you snitched? I've been counting. Alright, brand, risk, Kodak Red. Kodak Red got beat the hell up, bro. I want y'all to look at this, man. This some sad shit.
Put on some weight.
I want y'all to look at this, man. You know what I mean? Please, goodness, at least train enough not to get beat up by a midget on stage, guys. Can we agree with that? Agree never to be so out of shape that we just get beat up by a straight up little person.
Give it up for Cody.
Pretty much a third grader. I'm not getting beaten up by no third grader, damn it.
Come on.
Don't touch gloves.
Neon.
Yes. Oh my God. It's like half the size.
Knockdown. If you kick his ass. You ain't never seen a nigga your height of your nuts. All right, how is this kid even work though?
He's gonna jump punch, I'm telling you.
No way. He's gonna Superman punch?
He has to. Or just go for the body, just straight body.
Body blow. Chat, who you got? Let's go.
Come on, Jimmy.
Not a midget.
Oh no, he can reach. He can reach.
All right.
Oh, he might be fine. He might be fine.
All right. The Island Boys coming out with a couple of sissy hits. Oh, there it is. Oh, Red's getting the business. Oh, man, that little person is feisty. Good grief.
Wait, why? Why'd he break it up?
All right, Kodak Red's got his wits back about him.
Come on, little man.
Ooh, he's throwing sissy hits. Use it. Use the sissy. Sissy. Use the sissy hits. Sissy.
Holy shit.
Up. He's getting the business. Oh, shit.
Oh, he stopped.
God damn, that midget. Yo, and he hit him after the bell, bro.
Jeremy's
Kodak Red.
Jeremy's bullying him.
Kodak Red is
Charleston, what do you think about
He
this?
is not doing his face tattoos justice.
Wet, but I got my money on Jeremy.
Good grief.
If Jeremy can get 1 second.
Come on, bro.
Oh, and he says he's talking shit.
That's bad. Throw it in, Red.
He's strong.
Oh, Kodak Red back at it.
Oh, Neon, you go in there.
Turns his back to the midget. Ooh, at this point, you could see Kodak Red attempting a sucker punch from the front. But unfortunately, he is getting beat the fuck up.
Listen,
Jeremy Smith deadlifts 700
That
pounds.
is
He's strong.
really
He's
sad,
the strongest
man.
little person in the world, guys. I'm telling you, he's not an amateur. He ain't like he hit some. Oh! Amateur. He ain't.
I never thought I'd see the day where a celebrity would get into a ring and get beaten by a legitimate midget. You know what I'm saying? I never saw it coming, guys. I'm not stepping in the ring with Jeremy Smith. I don't think I'll lose, but you never know. Just in case. You know what I mean? Nigga could have eaten spinach before the match.
Like he hit some.
Come on, Kodak. God damn. Kodak, you got it. Oh. Kodak, don't. Kodak.
Please.
Kodak.
Keep hitting him. Hurt him. Done?
This nigga forfeited against a midget. No.
Good job, Jeremy. He just got his nose done. He can't take punches. He gave up. Yo, his face is actually red and shit.
Neon, go call him out. Fucking lying. Go call him out.
He might beat my ass.
He got beat up by a nigga who can't even stand up on a stool.
He can't take punches. He just got his nose done. He can't take punches in the nose.
That was so much better than expected.
Yo, guys, what do you do if you're Kodak, man?
Crazy.
To get beat up by a midget, bro, what do you do?
Jeremy back. Yeah, Jeremy. No, I want to fucking help. Them is the
That's
cutest
sad.
shorts I ever seen in my life, though.
Jeremy versus
I like them, bro.
That'll be a good one.
Give me a pair of them.
Jeremy and
Yeah, I like them. What the I'm gonna let him make an announcement first, and I'm gonna talk to him.
That's sad,
Oh my God, and
man.
Julian Newman's next. Chat, who y'all got? Do you guys think Newman's gonna win or lose?
I love
Julian. Julian.
I'm surprised Kodak Red is still in the building. He needs to run.
Fuck. He been rocking him, homie. That hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by technical knockout of the very first round. Give it up for Jeremy Smith.
All right.
Little, he don't hit hard. That motherfucker hit hard.
I think, Jeremy, this is the first time we had a little nigga fight a regular size nigga. So you ought to be proud of yourself. No, I don't remember. But come here, brother. How you feel about this fight and how it turned out? Cause what the fuck?
I knew
This nigga Ben the Don say, yo, how you feel about the result of the fight, nigga? Cause what the fuck, nigga, you got fucked up.
Jeremy!
No!
All right.
Little, he don't hit hard. That motherfucker hit hard.
I think, Jeremy, this is the first time we had a little nigga fight a regular size nigga. So you ought to be proud of yourself. No, I don't remember. But come here, brother. How you feel about this fight and how it turned out? Cause what the fuck?
I knew he was strong as fuck for his size, but he's too low. His head and his face too low to the, like kind of low. You know what I'm saying? I'm punching at him. He knows how to duck and comes to. Shit. He was a good fight.
Is y'all booing him? What turned up then? All right, I'm just joking. Well, I'm glad.
This nigga said his lack of his skills at being unaccountable need to be studied. Like you can't.
Nigga. So you ought to be proud of yourself. No, I don't remember. But come here, brother. How you feel about this fight and how it turned out? Cause what the fuck?
I knew he was strong as fuck for his size, but he's too low. His head and his face too low to the, like kind of low. You know what I'm saying? I'm punching at him. He knows how to duck and come straight. Shit. He was a good fight.
Is y'all booing him? What turned up then? all right. I'm just well, I'm glad you got in there. It take heart to come out here and fight a little nigga like this, cause he not. But was that the first round? Yeah, bro, you got it. Come on now. Y'all talk a lot of shit to be let first round.
I'm a changed person. I don't know about that. But I will say though, I got no training, and everybody in this whole is broke.
You good, fam? Hey, that's how you do that shit. That's how you do that shit. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a little 200. I got you, bro. All right, WR, man. What you gotta say?
I still won, bro.
You say you still won?
In spirit, my brain and my heart. And they're hating.
He said all y'all is hating on him, he still won in spirit. So
you cannot make this shit. He said all y'all hating on him, he won in spirit. Hey, what's up, Brody Dunn? He's definitely built like he's always holding his breath.
that's how you do that shit. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a little 200. I got you, bro. All right, WR, man. What you gotta say?
I still won, bro.
You say you still won?
In spirit, my brain and my heart. And they're hating.
He said all y'all is hating on him, he still won in spirit. So y'all can kiss his ass. I'm out on that one. Back to you, Aiden.
Oh, man. You cannot make that shit up, man. This thing gets beat up by a fully grown midget in the ring. And then his excuse is, "No, look, I still won in spirit." You guys are tripping. I won in spirit. Shit. Damn, man. That's impressive. That's legitimately impressive. Oh, Island Boy after losing fight with a midget. What? He was mad. He was even madder after this.
How you feeling, bro? From a guy that smoked vapes and does something else, I did pretty good.
There's no excuses, guys. We're about to get a whole lift of them.
What happened in there tonight? You just coming into a sec.
No.
Jeremy. How was that in there tonight?
So he used to like grab his neck. I know that's my incident, right? And then I grabbed his neck. I kept putting him down.
Guys, come back this way a little bit so you'll get in the shot.
He's got that good.
This is the most defenseless man.
This hand.
Try something crazy in the
He
kitchen
does the
yesterday.
overhand. I don't
It
know
was
which
insane.
one it was, but sneaky.
What'd you try in the kitchen yesterday,
And-
Brody
and
Dunn?
when he got the overhand, he hits powerful first sides and stuff like that. I did all push-ups and calisthenics. I don't got lower like look.
Good grief,
My legs gave
bro.
up.
How was that in there for you, Jeremy?
That's
honestly,
so sad.
The what?
Jeremy.
No, I saw him coming out.
I called him Jeremy. That's his name. That's his name.
I saw him come out in the first round.
This has to be the
and he
most
threw like
embarrassing loss
half-ass
I've ever
jab,
seen
and
in my
I was like, all right,
life.
cool, I gotta slip that, come around, and then try to hit the body. And then after that, I just kind of lost track of what I was doing. I just saw red.
Yeah, it was kind of like a blackout moment. It was different. It was a different vibe than Miami than here for sure.
Do you think you want a rematch? Do you think you take him out in a
in
rematch?
front of
I think we
everybody
should do a
by a
rematch. We
midget,
should
bro.
have it more planned.
I hope none of us ever
down for
finds
MMA.
out what
Do
that's
that.
like.
Put a little twist on it this time.
I'm down for
I
MMA.
hope none of us
I got a good toe.
ever
like
get the
this.
wet
I got a
work like
sleeper
that
toe.
in front of people.
First MMA, he even agreed to it. You heard it?
MMA then, you agree to that?
I didn't choke you a bunch of times by mistake. I know it's illegal in boxing. I got a choke, bro.
What, sorry?
Yeah, arm wrestle me right now. I bet you'll lose.
I don't know, Jeremy looks pretty strong.
Pretty good, so it's all good.
Yeah, Jeremy, I asked him. I know he's talking. I know what he's saying.
Oh, you want me to arm wrestle you?
Arm wrestle me. I bet you won't. You do all that you do all that talking on the camera. You post all these fucking stupid.
Fred's the man, though.
He's the man.
Wait, what's the issue? Do you have an issue, Island Boy?
I just feel like you're just a sarcastic person. I don't think you're.
Wait, how am I sarcastic?
You are. You just keep looking at him and then you look at me, but you.
Well, I'm interviewing you guys, so I would look at you guys, right?
Bro, you're playing favoritism. That's cool. If you favor him, just talk to him. Don't have me in your interview with your red mic.
But I think
back away from me so I can walk away.
Bro, that
you can walk away here.
Bro, you can back up with the mic though.
Macaroni and
Back
cheese,
up.
bro. That's
wait, what's the issue? Are you okay? What is the issue? I don't understand.
No, you just play favoritism. Get the mic away from me. You can hold it right there. Be respectful. I don't want that big ass thing. You might like it in your mouth, not me.
Well, but you and your brother did a lot of that.
I'll talk to him because he's more than a man than you. Okay? He got more balls than you.
So we go do MMA next.
I'm gonna be disrespectful.
No, what he's gonna say? I do with my brother. Made $6 million kissing.
I don't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah, while you're still
he's
making
in cuffs.
documentary, you're still not more
Wait,
famous.
I understand. What is your issue though? We're here to celebrate the win, the fight.
Bro, if anything, I got to know more than this now. You're playing favoritism.
Shame.
When we did our interview, our pre-fight interview.
You can't just do it with him. You do it with everyone else. If you have a hate train for me,
I actually think you're. I think it's best if you go change your room.
It is best. It is best.
On
But you
your
keep
way.
wanting to ask me questions.
On your way. There we go. Good riddance, Jeremy. How was it in there today?
Dude, it was amazing. You know, it was after that first
Hella
half-ass
amazing.
jab, like I said, it was a goldfish in a shark tank, bro. My coaches were telling me to calm the fuck down. I didn't calm down. I basically just went berserk and.
We're in the way. We're in the way a little bit here, Jeremy. Should we move this way? So make sure you get your fair time and it's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible indeed. Yeah. So in terms of the first 10 seconds, I saw you sort of wobbled the first 10 seconds. Did he catch you, or was that getting your range?
It didn't really catch me. It just more or less like when I said that half-ass jab, I basically saw it and I'm like, if this is what he's gonna throw, and then like it just basically transcended the rest of the bout, which was like 45 seconds. But no, he wants a rematch. It'd be cool. You heard it here on Fred's Talk first. He wants to do MMA. Talking about choking me out. I'm down. Jordan, if you watch this, make sure we do that.
Is it hard for you to get fights now, though? In like the dwarf community, or I guess in
No, because you might be aware of it. We've talked about fighting Lickleman before. Over in Europe, there's a lot more
I hope no women saw
dwarfs
this.
that are getting into the sport of boxing and fighting. I've been approached a lot of times.
Look,
by
we
other
gotta hope
dwarfs
none of his
out there
women
saying,
saw this, man.
"Come on over,
If
come
his
on
women
over."
saw this,
I'm like, guys,
he's
I
getting
have
broke
it
up with
really
today.
Nice here at Brand Risk, and if somehow we can get those guys over here, I think it'll be phenomenal for the sport and help it grow to the next level.
No, I think, yeah, it's true. It is quite common. You see a lot more dwarf fighting over in the UK and in Europe as well. But surely Brandress could just fly them out here, or do they not want to come?
I don't know if they don't want to come or if it's not. I don't know what it is, because if I could tell them firsthand, these guys are absolutely top notch. I've been with them since Brand Risk 4, and since then they have stepped up their game every single Brand Risk, and it's been absolutely nothing but a dream.
Do you see the commentator desk? You might not have because you were looking in the crowd, but the commentator desk at Charleston White and Aiden, they're all getting pretty mental. They're big fans of you.
I realize that, and I'm really appreciative of them. Charleston White looked very sharp today in his fucking suit. But yeah, it's nothing but a dream, man. I'm just living day by day and happy to be here. So
everyone on the channel is very big fans of you. They couldn't believe that you were fighting the Island Boy.
Hey, everybody was like, "Is he boxing him?" I've had messages constantly. He's like, "Is it MMA or is it boxing?" And I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want my numbers to go down. But like, don't count me out. I've fought people all my life that are average size. It's not anything new to me. So it's all right.
Do you think now, like, you might have started fighting more like average size people, or do you reckon you have to be careful about experience, make sure it's always a fair fight?
I would say I would be open to it again on the experience level. However, I'm really pushing for little people to get involved and grow the sport for them. I believe it could be almost like a bantamweight or cruiserweight, or even, I forget, there's a flyweight division for dwarfs where we can actually showcase our talent. Like I said, we talked about it earlier. over in Europe, it's blowing up, and I think it could do the same here. We just need the
Jonathan
guys
McGinn, the
to
Island boys
come
are
over,
cooked,
or
man.
we're gonna have to have a feeder program.
They
in
can't
order to
say
get this
nothing
guy's
tough no more.
for this guy.
Like a tournament to fight Jeremy Smith. No, I see they will come over. Just finding the right person, I guess. I mean, to come. Why would they not? I mean, it's quite hard for dwarfs to get fights. There's not too many people putting on dwarf fights, but.
Ian the Great's biggest fight.
Hey, I got him a gift. I got your boy a gift. Everyone's got gifts. Don't give me nothing. Security! Oh, you're there. Okay, cool.
He's a pussy. Push it up, bro. He's a pussy.
Alright, guys, save it for the night. Save it for the night,
What's up, Darius? What's up, Josh? What's up, Smoke? They really scrap.
Save it for the night, guys.
Oi, sit down! Play my shot!
Yo, what's up? Yo, did y'all see Kodak Red get beat the hell up? Sad stuff, man.
Look like me and Yachty won already.
Shameful stuff. Yep. I'd be salty too if I just got beat up by a midget in front of everybody.
Was there any hesitation when Misfits called you up to be Dean's tag team partner? And how long ago was it?
I actually did not want to take it. I wanted
This my hey.
Man, this my microphone.
Good grief.
Wait, wait.
But yep.
Is it still working? It's still working? Okay. Thank you, mate. We got security here.
Overall, like I said,
let's keep my microphone. Let's keep my microphone well.
overall, like I said,
Hey, what's up,
it's
Simeon?
my you dig? Ain't no be no tag team. I don't need this. I don't need them.
Careful, there's a
Bro, this my. It's gonna around and be the 3v1 and that.
Hey, appreciate you for the rose, bro. What's up, Africa?
Okay, as we were saying, asking Tina my question where we left off. I'll come in the camera a sec. How long ago was it that Misfits gave you the contract to be on his team? 2 weeks.
Literally 2 weeks ago, last minute. I wasn't even training. I was just taking some time off, but I heard my in there, so I was like, I gotta help her. You know, I can't have her lose before my face, bro.
Thank you, security guards here. We do appreciate it.
Them niggas
I
really
couldn't
trying to
even
fight.
You soft as hell.
Whoa, microphone. Oh, it's around your ankle, mate.
I want to come out and I know you. What's up, Simia Govia?
I know. We want to keep all the equipment. Well, money is tight right now. Please bring it back in the camera, lead.
What's up, Africa? Appreciate you for coming.
There we go. It's still working. Everything's still working. We can bring Dean back. I'm sure they'll behave. I'm sure they'll be fine.
What are you so angry for? You should be happy. I'm here to help you. Anyways, it's Willie Shark Show, like he said. Another day, another fight, and then my next fight hopefully should be him. If I obviously don't.
Do you think that'll be this year?
I literally took this fight so he doesn't get injured. Nothing happens with him. So when I beat him, he's in full health, no injuries, no nothing. So he doesn't have any excuses when I beat him up.
It's all good,
Do you
yo.
have any comment to respond to that?
Where you guys from? What time is it where you guys
It's
are
gonna
at?
be a different day, same result when I knock this goofy out again. You dig? It ain't gonna be no turning around from the ref. It's just gonna, cause he ain't gonna get up. He dig what I'm saying? He gonna be lost and goddamn sleep. He just woke up, as y'all can see, cause he's still talking about the last fight. You dig? So, yeah, y'all know what it is. This is Dean Show. I'm out this.
All right, here's our stare down.
956.
You gotta add it after, bro. You gotta add it after, bro. Chill out, bro. That's my shit. That's my shit. What?
He's really trying to scrap.
We good.
It's going to be an
What's going on?
fight. I don't know who's going to
I came here for the actual fights.
Hold it.
I don't.
Where's the fights? Ooh, there we go. Yep. There you go. Give him the work. But yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, love? What's up, Fox Out? But yeah, let's see. Yeah, Kodak Red got beat the hell up, bro. By a midget, man. Type of one in the chat if you guys saw the Kodak Red versus the midget fight.
Bro, out.
you haven't seen the fight? I got you, bro. Shoot, I'll show you, Brody. I'm not gonna lie, like I low key, like I wonder who won this mob. Nigga. Kodak Red versus Midget.
Bang a nigga nuts up.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds in the featherweight division.
Say Jeremy.
And in the blue corner, weighing 124.2 pounds, Jeremy Smith.
We like the island boy to put on some weight.
And in the red corner, weighing 119.8 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Cody
Come on.
But yo, so what time is it where you guys are at? Where you guys from?
Neon.
Yes. Oh my God. It's like half.
Knockdown. If you kick his ass. You ain't never seen a nigga your height of your nuts. All right, how is this kid even work though?
I'm curious. He's gonna jump
Body
punch,
blow.
I'm telling you.
No
Body
way.
blow.
He's gonna Superman punch.
He has to.
He has to.
Or just go for the body, just straight body.
Body blow. Chat, who you got? Let's go.
Come on, Jeremy.
Bro.
I can't even see.
That's wild.
He can reach.
Oh, he might be fucked.
Yeah, he might be fucked.
He might be fucked.
No, he got it. He got it. Jeremy kicking it.
All overhands. All overhands.
Oh! Let's go, Jeremy.
He going. Hit him in the liver.
No hope.
Dude,
Wait, why? Why'd he break it up?
he literally trying to lie to people, man.
Yeah.
Come on, little man.
Don't get tired. Don't get
Yo,
tired.
Jonathan, again, you watching the fight?
Oh my God.
Yo, type of 1 in the chat if you know who the Island Brothers is. Type of 2 in the chat if you don't know who the Island Brothers is.
Stop. Oh, he's stumbling. Stop.
Oh my God.
Say get it, Jeremy. Jeremy's bullying
This
him.
is actually fun.
Oh, shit.
Charleston, what do you think about this? I just got my knees wet, but I got my money on Jeremy.
If Jeremy can get 1 second.
Come on, bro.
Oh, and he says he's talking shit. Oh, he's talking shit.
That's wild. Who's fighting? Island Brothers and the Midget.
Neon, you go in there.
Give me him that.
He hit hard. He's done.
But yeah, the Island Boys got beat the hell up. Hey, I am Don't
Jeremy
Change.
Smith, deadlift
Appreciate
700
you,
pounds.
Brody.
He's strong in a motherfucker. He is the
I
strongest
am
little
Don't
person
Panic.
in the world, guys.
Yo, appreciate you,
He's
Don't
not an
Panic, man.
amateur.
But yeah,
It ain't like he
I'm
hit
showing my my viewers the Midget versus the Island Boys fight. Island Boy got his clock. Hey, that's what's up, bro. Yo, that's cool that's what you're into. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool to meet in real life EDP, bro. Yeah, I mean, ever since the EDP documentary, you know, you guys are few and far in between. But it's awesome that you're still brave and confident enough to come out here and let everyone know that what you are by typing in the comment section PEDO. That's what's up, bros. Hey, and all of you guys support him because it's real hard after EDP came out with a documentary for bro to come out and let everybody know what he's into. Bro, you are in a place of non-judgment. You know, we think you're disgusting, but we're not judging you for said
Give me the
disgust.
cutest shorts I ever seen in my life, though.
So good job,
I
bro.
like them, bro.
Yeah, I mean, really like that you're confident enough to just come out and let everyone know that you're a sicko right off the bat.
I'm gonna
We
make a
love that type of
first, and I'm gonna talk
confidence.
to him.
Hey, so bro, where did you learn that at? Like, did you learn from your family?
Oh my God, and Julian Newman's next.
Who taught you who taught you that? Who taught you the art of the P to the E to the D to the O?
Oh my, he actually
Yeah,
hit
I
him
mean,
hard
was
as
it your
fuck.
family or was that like? Was that like passed down through your
Ladies
lineage?
and gentlemen, the winner by
You know,
technical knockout of the
Did you
very
just pick it up
first
as you go
round.
along in life?
Give it up to
You know what I mean?
Jeremy Smith.
It's probably your dad,
Alright.
wasn't it, bro? Your dad taught you
I
that?
think, Jeremy, I think this is the first
That's
time we
good
had a
that
little
he,
nigga fight a regular
he
size
taught you
nigga.
the family
So
business.
you ought to be.
It's actually not.
You ought to be proud of yourself. No, I don't
It's
remember.
actually
but
not good.
Come here, brother.
Don't run, bro.
How you feel about this fight and how it turned out? Cause what the fuck?
Oh.
I knew he was strong as fuck for his size.
Poor baby, bro.
But,
Him too mentally
he's too low.
flimsy to have a
His head and
comeback.
his face too low to
Aw,
like kind of
poor
low. You know what I'm saying? I'm punching at him. He knows how to
You
duck.
know, poor
and come-
baby. If it makes you feel any better, bro, at least your Xbox
was a
still
good
loves
fight.
you.
Is y'all booing him? What turned up then?
Yeah, that documentary was crazy, bro.
All right, I'm just joking.
Just
well,
weird
I'm
stuff.
glad
What's up,
you got
little
there. It
unpaid
takes
child
hard to come
support?
out here and fight a little nigga like
You know what I
this
mean?
because he not pussy.
Bro, that documentary was sick, bro.
But was that
You
the
know what I
first
mean?
round?
Homie said,
Yeah, bro, you got
weren't
come
you
on
scared
now.
of Minnesota
Y'all
Boy?
talk a
Oh,
lot of
very.
shit to be
I'm
let-
still
first
shaking in
round.
my boots, man. Minnesota Boy is the most scariest person in the on the
I got
planet
no
to me,
training.
man.
And
You know what I'm
everybody in
saying?
this whole
Like,
fucking shit's broke.
Yeah, super duper duper
You good,
scared.
fam? Hey,
You know?
that's how you do that shit.
Shoot, I'm scared
That's how
still.
you do that shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Especially when I saw that
I'm
picture
gonna
of
give
him
you
in
a
the
little
thong.
200. I got you, bro.
That was the scariest
All right,
one.
WR,
I'm
man. What you gotta say?
super scared,
I still won, bro.
you know?
You say you still won?
Spirit, my brain and my heart. And they're hating. I'm doing
He said all y'all is hating on him, he still won in spirit. So y'all can kiss his ass.
Nothing scarier than the grown man wearing
I'm out on
female
that one.
underwear.
Okay. That is also. Do I give a bonus to Jeremy for that? I have to,
Man,
right?
Minnesota Boy, bro, he went all live
We got to.
and
You got
posted
to.
a picture
W's
of him in a
Jeremy.
Speedo on
The Island Boy's
Twitter
still talking shit. He's saying
while
he's
we were
He's
beefing.
saying everyone's broke.
And I was like, sir,
Yo, that Island Boy introduced my Manic episode last time I was here.
sir,
2023. That
do you not know that we can see we can see this? Sir, this nigga I don't understand the motivation behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I mean, I don't understand female underwear, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You know what I mean? For real, for real. Let's see. All right, y'all. Let's see. Shit. These things just reacting to the boxing fights. That's probably it. Nigga. Hey, lady. That's so wild, though, man. That homie just got beat up like that. Bruh. Might need to get my freak on, send the link on. I don't know what that means. That's awesome that you've been watching me ever since you've become friendly with alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I still cannot believe he got beat up like that, though. The Island Boys got embarrassed so bad. I'm not gonna lie. Low key. Adrian Broner reacts to kicking his friend Bang forever. What happened?
Go. I done got sent home. I gotta go. Y'all got me sent home. Cause y'all be making up shit, lying.
Oh, don't tell me this dude, his chat gassed him up to do some stupid shit he wasn't supposed to do and he did it. Bruh, if that's how he got fired. That can't be real tears. Is that a seizure?
They don't want me here no more. What more do you want from me?
Go! I done got sent
I
home.
can't stand this
I gotta
bastard,
go.
man. They clickbaited me, nigga. That was a good ass video though. Good ass clickbait. Nigga. A girl punched. Oh. That's just normal. That's just chicks. You stream on Kick? Nah, I'm on YouTube, bro. That's what's up, Chance. Appreciate the compliment.
Yo, by the way, I was thinking he needs.
Oh,
look,
this is
my perspective.
This is
I'm
a
not
Scott
on meth,
Pilgrim versus the world.
Meth, he needs to be on Seroquel to be clearly on meth, right? You know what meth is? Like
He's
this is that.
That's him sober.
Meth.
How am I sarcastic?
Them niggas is doing meth now? No, not meth. Oh. There's no upside to that. There's no upside to meth. Damn, you fine, OG. Thank you for the compliment. I get that a lot, weirdly enough. You know what I'm saying? Would prefer it from the ladies, but, you know, luckily enough, I get it from both sides, man. I be avoiding the dudes. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not with the huckleback or the zest down or the, you know what I mean, or the backwards compatibility. That's not.
You are. You just keep looking at him, and then you look at me, but you.
Well, I'm interviewing you guys, so I would look at you guys, right?
Bro, you're playing favoritism. That's cool. If you favor him, just talk to him. Don't have me in your interview with your red microphone.
But I think
back away from me so I can walk away.
But what I'm saying is, like, if you saw my paycheck today, you'd be happy too. I mean, girl.
I'll talk to him because he's more than a man than you. Okay? He got more balls than you.
Hey man, listen. I don't gotta cap and I don't gotta say none. Bro, why you trying to make it seem like I'm tripping or something like that? Hey.
Well, guys, right when you think that the two most intimate brothers on the internet just couldn't be more of a complete embarrassment and just couldn't find a way to make themselves look any more pathetic or just dumb in general, the Island Boy twins always find a fucking way. And if you've been keeping up with the channel and have seen the last two videos that involve these downright dipshits, we have basically been seeing them trying to make a comeback and trying to stay relevant at all costs. And we saw Fly specifically, aka the dumbass with the cross on his forehead, going on to multiple podcasts high as hell and just making a fool out of himself to the point where he was even getting bitched during the exact podcast.
Stop. Better relax. Stop. I caught your punch. You better relax. I'm not trying to punch for real. Stop. Well, I caught it. Look, no, I'm not trying to punch you. I'm not trying to punch you. Okay. Back up, guys. Back up.
I'm surprised they just don't.
Back up. Get the fuck out.
All right, so if you guys want to know, right now we watching Kodak Red.
You're a little more of a
You know what I
bitch
mean?
than you thought, huh?
And after witnessing that purely just pathetic ass moment where he
Island Boys
noodle
type
armed his
shit.
punch over there, fell in the process, and then got caught before getting called a bitch to his face, I thought that it couldn't get any worse. I thought that we had just hit the absolute peak when it comes to looking like a punk and just looking pathetic while trying to enforce yourself in a physical way on somebody else. But you see, his brother Red, aka the dumbass with the eagle on his forehead, said, "Hold my fucking beer. I'm about to take this shit to a new level when it comes to
Would I ever
self-sabotage and self-embarrassment."
I dabble.
Because he decided that he was
You know what
going
I
to
mean?
take this fight right here
That
and this
depends, like, what do
matchup
you
right
guys
here
consider
in Aiden
streaming?
Ross's event.
All right, Red, good luck, man. You guys come a little closer. You come a little closer. You guys got any last words for one another?
Keep perform tomorrow. Just have a good fight, fair fight. That's it.
Let's get it.
And what you're seeing right here is basically what I would describe as David and Goliath if Goliath was anorexic and into incest. Because as you can tell, for some reason, Red thought it was a good idea to fight
Am
a
I
little
wearing a
person,
Scott
and it
Pilgrim
was a
shirt?
shit show even
Yo,
before
Jay,
the fight began.
I want you
because
to
in their little
guess.
questions and
I
pre-fight
want you to
conferences,
guess
this fucking dumbass
if this
was
is a
already
Scott
beefing with
Pilgrim
random
shirt.
people and getting into little situations
want
like
you to
this one right
guess.
here, where he wasn't even shit talking.
How
his
old are
opponent,
you,
but
Jay?
instead was trying to shit talk the people asking him questions, and was already
I want
making
you to
himself look
guess.
stupid before the fight even
A
took place.
educated
Why do you
guess.
kiss your brother in your free time?
I want you to
yourself, you
guess
pussy-ass bitch.
Wait,
if
wait,
the
you fuck
shirt
your-
with the Scott Pilgrim's characters
Go
on it
fuck yourself.
that
type
says
Look ugly
Scott
as the fuck, bitch.
Type shit.
I can't even see your ass right
is
now.
a Scott Pilgrim shirt.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
That shit.
The only thing I can
I
see
want
is
you
the
to
teeth,
guess.
and that shit is still cheesy as fuck.
Okay, though. All right, you know what I'm saying?
Is it an
He
educated
got them
guess?
black fucking big head glasses, ugly as the fuck,
Is,
Norbit looking
is it an
ass.
My thing
educated
is,
guess?
You're against. You're talking about me being
Please
black,
say it's
but
an
all your
educated
tattoos-
I
guess,
never
Jay.
brought her color. I ain't
You
bring her color.
23.
I ain't bring her color. Is that what you really trying to pull?
You're
So
23.
yeah, clearly it just wasn't making any type of sense. Where he was just mad that he was getting made fun of.
You're a
for
legitimate
kissing his brother
23.
and doing all types of freaky deaky shit.
You're
with him.
legitimately
And
23.
His response was to basically
And
just
you
call
need
him black, say
confirmation
all he could see is his
if
teeth,
a
and
shirt
then get mad
that
when the guy points
has
that
Scott
out. So the
Pilgrim
fight
on the
wasn't
front
even
of it
taking place yet,
is a
and he was
Scott
already just getting
Pilgrim
made fun
shirt.
of and looking stupid as hell. But then the moment he stepped in this ring, he was getting his
You
ass
smart.
whooped from start to finish.
You are smart, Jay. Never get anything past you. Man, you woo! Man, you
Holy shit!
man.
Jeremy King at 1 second.
Man, you must have been a detective in your past life, right? You watch a lot of Batman? You watch a lot of Batman, huh? Where did you get your where'd you get your detective skills at? You know what I mean? I want you to guess, no one. I want you to guess if there's a Scott Pilgrim shirt. Guess. He really got knocked out.
And I have got to say, this is some of the most embarrassing shit that I've ever seen in my life. He was lighting Red up pretty much nonstop, just getting in there like a little mini Mike Tyson, and was whooping his ass so bad that Red was hanging over the ropes, completely half out the ring, bent over, just receiving basically back shots in the middle of that shit. This man was hanging on
That's
the ropes,
bad.
just
Get your
fucking
ass
dying,
whooped by a
and had to
midget
have the
on
fight
camera,
called
bro.
because he's getting his ass whooped
That
by
is
literally somebody
diabolical.
half his size. And the only thing he could do to fight back
Extremely
was to
diabolical.
lunge onto the guy, grab him, and fall to the ground. So obviously, it wasn't working out too well, but it then continued to get embarrassing and got even more embarrassing after the fight because he gave a little after-fight interview in the middle of the ring, and his excuses were even worse than his fighting skill.
How you feel about this fight and how it turned out? Cause what the fuck?
I knew he was strong as fuck for his size, but he's too low. His head and his face too low to, like, kind of low. You know what I'm saying? I'm punching at him. He knows how to duck and comes to. Shit. He was a good fight.
Is y'all booing him? Well, I'm glad you got there. It take heart to come out here and fight a little nigga like this, cause he not pussy. But was that the first round? Yeah, bro, you got it. Come on now. Y'all talk a lot of shit to be letting first round.
So where you guys from? What time is it where you guys are at?
But I will say though, I got no training, and everybody in this whole fucking shit is broke.
So basically, his excuse is the guy was too low to the ground for him to punch him, which all he had to do was just start spamming uppercuts and stepping backwards, and I think he would have been okay. But I don't even know if Red threw a single punch to begin with, besides the first little jab he threw that was softer than baby shit. So basically, all he's doing is stating that his greatest strength, which was his height advantage and his reach, was actually the thing that lost him the fight. So it wasn't making any type of sense, and naturally he got booed. So of course he just has to call everybody broke because you could just tell how butthurt he is. And despite being so butthurt, he thought it was a good idea to do yet again another little interview in the back of the stadium, and it just continued to only get worse.
From a guy that smoked vapes and does something else, I did pretty good.
What happened in there tonight? You coming into a sec. Jeremy. How was that in there tonight?
So he used to like grab his neck. I know that's my incident, right? And then I grabbed his neck. I kept putting him down.
Guys, come back this way a little bit so you'll get in the shot.
He's got that good ducked off shot where he throws this hand. He does the overhand. I don't know which one it was, but sneaky. And when he got the overhand, he hits powerful for his size and stuff like that. I did all push-ups and calisthenics. I don't got lower like look, I'm skinny. My legs gave up.
How was that in there for you, Jeremy?
Honestly, the what?
Jeremy.
No, I saw him coming out.
I called him Jeremy. That's his name. That's his name.
I saw him come out in the first round, and he threw like a half-ass jab, and I was like, all right, cool. I gotta slip that, come around, and try to hit the body. And then after that, I just kind of lost track of what I was doing. I just saw red.
And what he means to say is after that, he proceeded to whoop his ass, bend him over the ropes, and just give him a punishment for even trying to come out and fight. And I don't believe for a second that Red did a single ounce of any type of calisthenics or workout in general. There is no way this man can even do a push-up. So clearly, he's just coping. But that cope started to build into rage because for some reason, he started getting mad at the interviewer and started beefing with him because he was asking both of them questions and was looking at both of them when he was talking to him. So he was getting mad about some dumb shit, and it just made no sense.
Do you think you want a rematch? Do you reckon you can take him out in a rematch?
I think we should do a rematch, and we should have it more planned.
We should do MMA. I'm down for MMA.
Do that, put a little twist on it this time.
I'm down for MMA. I got a good choke, I got a sleeper choke.
You heard it here on Fred's first MMA. He even agreed to it. You heard it.
MMA, then you agreed to that?
I didn't choke you a bunch of times by mistake. I know it's illegal in boxing. I got a choke, bro.
What, sorry?
Arm wrestle me right now, I bet you'll lose.
I know, Jeremy looks pretty strong.
Pretty good, so it's all good.
Yeah, Jeremy, I asked him. I know he's talking, I know what he's saying.
Oh, you want me to arm wrestle you?
Arm wrestle me. I bet you won't. You do all that you do all that talking on the camera, you post all these fucking stupid...
Fred's the man, though.
The man.
Wait, what's the issue? Do you have an issue, Iron Boy?
I just feel like you're just a sarcastic person. I don't think you're...
Wait, how am I sarcastic?
You are. You just keep looking at him, and then you look at me, but you...
Well, I'm interviewing you guys, so I would look at you guys, right?
Bro,
it's really funny you say that, Juan.
If you favor him, just talk to him. Don't have any interview with him.
Right now.
Red mic.
But I think...
Back away from me so I can walk away.
Well, you can walk away here.
Well, you can... Yeah, back up with the mic, though.
Yo, man, y'all boring me, bro.
But wait, what's the issue? Are you okay? What is the issue? I don't understand.
No, you just play favoritism. Get the mic away from me. You can hold it right there. Be respectful. I don't want that big-ass thing. You might like it in your mouth, not me.
Well, but you and your brother did a lot of that.
I'll talk to him because he's more than a man than you, okay? He got more balls than you.
So we go do MMA next.
I'm gonna be disrespectful.
No, what he's gonna say? I do with my brother, make $6 million kissing.
I don't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah, while you're still making complimentary, you're still not more famous.
I understand. What is your issue, though? We're here to celebrate the win, the fight,
Bro, if anything, I dapped him up more than this night. You're playing favoritism with him the whole time.
When we did our interview, our pre-fight interview,
you didn't just do it with him. You do it with everyone else.
I only take suggestions from supporters.
I don't. I actually think you're. I think it's best if you go and you go change your room.
It is best. It is best.
On your way. On your way.
So yeah, I do not know what the fuck this interaction was or why he was getting mad. Apparently he was playing favoritism by allowing Jimmy to speak when he was asked a question and by giving him the mic and looking at him when he spoke, which is kind of what you do when you're interviewing people. I don't know what the hell this was, but it only just made him embarrass the living shit out of himself even further, to where he's now trying to arm wrestle the interviewer, and then he agreed to do an MMA fight with Jimmy, who just got done whooping his ass, which is just not going to go well for him. His only hope was boxing, because if this guy took him to the ground, he's fucked, but he's too stupid to realize that. So I guess we're gonna see an MMA fight coming in the future as well. And of course his brother saw this shit and immediately had to get in on making fun of him. And he went and found his own little person and decided he was gonna film a video only a couple of hours after the fight occurred.
Reckless, we not playing no games, Aiden Ross. I'm with my dog JJ, we just touched down in Miami. And that brand risk shit that happened to my brother, the opponent, Jeremy, whatever his name is.
Whatever
I want your head, boy.
Yeah.
Come here, I'm gonna snatch your
And he's
head
a
off.
fighter too.
Come
Show
here.
what you gonna do. Show what you gonna do.
Come here.
Come on.
Sit. Come here.
Stop playing.
So even his brother Fly is jumping at the opportunity to clown his ass. And Fly himself has also been on his very unique and special own kind of bullshit as well, as he's also trying to make his very own comeback separate from his brother. Except he's taking a little bit of a different route, and instead of fighting a little person, he's been out here doing constant live streams where on some of them he's trying to defend the fact that he kissed his brother.
I don't know how to explain this part, but I'm a full heterosexual male.
Yeah, I mean,
I was always uncomfortable
I'm
doing
wearing a Scott
that.
Pilgrim shirt, and
I love women. I love that.
hey,
F out
what's
of
up,
women, sorry.
Elevated?
And in others, he is hanging out with his new little
Yes,
boyfriend
their
that he
haircuts, man,
replaced his
they're
brother
wild
with.
for that.
And during them, they're just crashing
real,
out on
for
the
real.
stream, getting mad as
Alright,
hell
you guys, I'm
because
about to
people
get
are
about this
saying they
mug.
look high as hell, which
Yeah,
is
I mean-
probably the case. And instead of defending themselves and
keep
talking
going,
about
Milk
it in a
Cat.
reasonable way to show
So-
that they're in control of their actions.
So you're a man who's named himself Milk Cat. You sound like someone reputable enough to listen to and believe their opinion. Definitely Milk Catto.
And they're not high. Instead, they just end up screaming at the camera and going on these little meth head and cokehead rants that don't even make sense half of the time. Like, this shit is just pure chaos on his little stream.
It's apparent that you guys have no drug program in schools to learn about what drugs are what.
Yeah, because Brandon, Florida's the capital of fucking.
He should be I need trazodone.
Educator.
I need trazodone to sleep at night. I have
All right,
insomnia.
you guys. I'll
and
see
he
you guys a
knew
little bit later,
he knew
Mike. Y'all stay up.